Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. My name is Brendan, and I work with Cam Davis. He is the commissioner at the MWRD, the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District. He was the President Obama's Great Lakes Czar, and the fellow nonprofit former president and CEO of the Alliance for the Great Lakes. So, Cam, go ahead. Take it away.
Great. Thank you, Brendan. And thanks to Friends of the Chicago River. Really exciting to see the Read and Run that's underway. Thank you to Friends for all you do to keep people attracted to and showing up for our amazing Chicago River system here in the city. Let's talk a little bit about the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District, or MWRD. Our agency has been around for quite some time, more than 100 years. We have a 9-person board of commissioners, of which I'm one. I'm one of the 9. And our job on the board is to establish policy, to make sure that we're providing oversight on the finances for the agency, and to make sure that stakeholders understand what we're doing with our taxpayer dollars. I say our because I'm a taxpayer, and as part of a property owner, my taxes, my family's taxes, help go to support MWRD and what it does for us in our daily lives. MWRD is a really important agency, even though a lot of people don't know what it does. As I mentioned, it was created about 100 years ago, when at that time, the Chicago River used to flow into Lake Michigan. Now, you don't need to be a scientist to understand that there are certain problems that went along with the Chicago River flowing into Lake Michigan. Since a lot of our sewage flowed into the Chicago River, and wastewater to this day even flows into the Chicago River, if and when that water flowed into Lake Michigan, it presented a risk to public health. In fact, there were a lot of people who used to get sick because wastewater flowed into Lake Michigan. So more than 100 years ago, the district helped reverse the flow of the Chicago River to go into the Illinois River, which then flows into the Mississippi River, and has innovated and worked really hard to increase its treatment of water for water quality purposes since that time. The agency has a budget of about $1.3 billion per year and about 1,300 staff people. So it's a sizable agency that's really dedicated to the core mission of keeping our waterways clean and safe around Cook County for public health purposes. It's a mission I'm proud to support, and it's a mission I think all of us support. So that's why the district is a really important agency for all of us. One of the ways in which we protect water quality is through something called the Tunnel and Reservoir Plan, or TARP. A lot of people know about this as Deep Tunnel. That's kind of the nickname for TARP. And what Deep Tunnel and TARP is an underground network of pipes and an above ground series of reservoirs that you can actually see. For example, when you're driving on some of our highways, you could see the McCook Reservoir, for example. Between these tunnels and these reservoirs, the district is able to store billions of gallons of stormwater. That's just basically rainwater and snowmelt, and wastewater. During times of heavy rains or heavy precipitation, which we sometimes get here in the Chicago region, the district cannot keep up with all of the flow all at once. So that water needs to go somewhere until we get clear days. It stops raining, snowing, what have you. And then the agency is able, and its 7 water reclamation plants are able to catch back up by pulling water out of those tunnels and reservoirs, sending it through treatment, and then making sure that it goes back out into the world in a high quality manner, so that we're doing our part to protect the environment. The other piece of our mission is stormwater. That's a fancy word for saying flooding. The district works all around Cook County, with the exception of some communities, to help reduce flooding. And specifically, we're working to help reduce flooding in what we call our disproportionately impacted areas, or DIAs, as we sometimes call them, because some communities flood more than others. Often, the communities that flood more than others are minority communities, and but not always. And we need to make sure that we're doing our part so that no community is flooding more than the others, and making sure we are conducting our stormwater reduction or preventing flooding in an equitable manner. It's really important that we do that. I think this really presents a great opportunity to think about our vision for the Chicago area waterway system as we think about the next 100 years. We all know and love Lake Michigan, the Chicago River system. Our back door here in the Chicago area is every bit as important, and making sure that it's clean and healthy, and that we have lots of public access to those waterways is vital. If people can't access their waterways, whether it's the North Branch or the Cal-Sag Channel on the south side, if we can't access our waterways, we can't love our waterways. And if we can't love our waterways, we can't do our part to make sure that we leave them better for the next generation. So that's why we do what we do at the district. I want to encourage you to be in touch with me, be in touch with my staff. If you want to tour one of our water reclamation plants, if you need education materials for schools, or if you just need to know where to turn for anything from jobs to a rain barrel to help capture and harvest stormwater from your roof, please contact us. We're really here to help. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks to Friends of the Chicago River. Go have a great read and a great run.